They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago, 17. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Incomplete. But you look at this defense, it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the
third down throw, incomplete as well.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Fair catch signaled for offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll start on the ground here on first down, and he'll get this to the 32. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 98 yards, and a score.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. They too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night, 38-24 the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. Now back to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals to just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Now Lawrence. Pass taken in by his good tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. It's Nash. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On second down, it's long. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4.
No surprise to see him running again here. Something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw here.
Phillips has it running the out route.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Let's get some momentum here, D.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Wide open. is beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Lawrence on first down.
He finds his man complete. It's Nash. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 50-yard line.
On play action, Lawrence.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Long. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And they're going to mark him down short. Maybe about a yard, if that.
It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And this one is right through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Houston's offense taking over again. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
On first down, it's Long. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence will throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Nash. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Houston.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Jaguars' 18-yard line.
Now Lawrence.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Houston's offense taking over again.
It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Now 2nd and 3.
At the 20-yard line.
Lawrence.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd and 11. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston set to take over.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right here, one time.
Here's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Lawrence going to throw again.
He finds his man, complete. That's long. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Dragons are able to add on to their first half lead.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Jaguars getting set to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 7 catches for him now in this last one, a 1st down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's long. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
Go score zone. Let's get it, man.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Nash. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No score deep.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on.
This is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 13-yard line.
They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. The Desperados trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From From there, we head over to Atlanta to check out the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Buccaneers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. The Niners trying to hold on and claim victory. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Lawrence on 3rd down. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Long. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence to throw.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They go play action with Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. It's Nash. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Long. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He finds his man complete. That's Nash. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dragons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Houston's offense taking over again.
This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Lawrence. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dragons are an extra point away from going up by 40. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now out come the Jags. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outline. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line.
Taking it right down Broadway.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 82 yards.
And the Dragons get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
Houston's offense taking over again. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
At the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, Lawrence.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken at around the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And now out comes Houston.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's long. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options. But when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He was waving as hard as wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Foster.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a...
There he goes, left side.
Now he's into the clear again.
Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 60 yards.
And the Dragons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
A try here for the extra point.
Right here.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
From the 23, here's a 2nd and 4.
Back to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Howell.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
At the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Powell. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Back to throw, Powell. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Looking to throw, Powell. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. 152 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. from the 24.
At the 24-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Powell. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw, Powell. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's long. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. On second down now. It's long, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 170 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Lawrence. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Charles, are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Powell. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Let's go now. Yellow, line, check, pink, ready, go.
They'll run on first down. Long. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Up the middle they go. Long. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Houston, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road date